Hello everyone. In this session, we'll be talking about the geographical data types in Tableau. In Tableau, the geographical data types is a powerful feature that allows you to work with spatial and geographical data in your visualization. Geographical data type enables the Tableau to understand and represent the location-based information, such as addresses, cities, countries, latitudes, and longitudes. And we have already seen whenever we are having this kind of data, the latitudes and longitudes are automatically generated in Tableau. Here's an explanation of geographical data in Tableau and its application. Let's say that you want to do the geocoding, mapping, data integration, spatial analysis, custom geocoding, or geographical hierarchies. You can use the geographical data type for this kind of situation. Application of geographical data type in Tableau can span into various industries. For instance, in retail, you can analyze the store location, sales by region, and customer distribution. In healthcare, you can map the patient locations, healthcare facilities, and disease outbreak. Geographical data type provides that means to turn the location-based data into the valuable insights, which makes it an indispensable tool for spatial data analysis and visualization in Tableau. We'll go to the Tableau screen and see how can we work with this geographical data type and what are the different geographical data types present in our dataset. So here we are working with a global superstore dataset, and in this dataset, I have multiple fields that relate to the geographical data type. How can you identify these kind of dimensions? So let's say that this globe icon is showing just in front of your dimension name. That means it is able to recognize that this particular column name belongs to a geographical data type. If you want to confirm it, what you can do is you can click on it and you can see that there is this geographical role that has been assigned. This geographical role is saying city. So let's say that if particular column is there and in that column there are multiple state names and you have given a different name to that particular column and it is not able to recognize that. So what you can do is you can select that column and you can go in this option and then change the geographical rule for it. Let's say if you want to provide it any format, like say if it is showing you the state of province, you can easily select this option and it would then change it to the state of province. So I also have the others ones, like for example, I have country over here, I have postal code, I have state, and I also have the region. So in this region, if you double click, you can see there is this region which is showing, and there are multiple regions right now coming in front of my screen. This is being recognized as text. So if you click on over here, you can see that it is being classified as a string. But if you want to assign any kind of geographical role, you can easily do that by going the geographical role. Here, since these regions are not specifically based on that particular map, so what I can do is I can easily skip this. But still, what you can do is you can try to create a hierarchy out. For example, this is used to create a hierarchy. Let's say that I want to put all this state inside of the countries. I can easily drag the state to the countries, and I can do the same thing by dragging this city in the states. So we have already done this when you were creating the hierarchies, and then you can do the further hierarchy creation by dragging this postal code inside of the city. So this is a way in which you try to create a hierarchy with the help of these geographical values. If I will just undo these hierarchies, let's say that if this state is not showing me the correct data type. Right now, when I double click on it, it shows me the map. It automatically generates a map, and based on all the location information that it has, all the states have been populated. If you can see on the right hand side of my canvas, I have greater than 1000 unknown values. That is because it is recognizing the region as Indian region. But that is not correct. There are multiple other states also all over the world that are present in this data set. So this data set is not limited to only one country. It has multiple countries data. So what I can do to correct that is I can go over here in the values and I can edit the location. And here, instead of the country region, which shows all the states in a single region, I can choose none option over here. And then it would be able to recognize. So you can see that it is able to recognize. Now for the remaining one, what you can do is still I have these 96 unknowns. This is basically shown because sometimes it can happen that two cities, maybe in different country or regions, can have the same kind of name. So sometimes it is confused, or sometimes it is not able to identify maybe a spelling mistake, or it is not able to map that value. So what you can do is you can go into these unknown values and you can then correct that. So let's say that you know which particular state this country belongs to. You can easily select the country from over here and assign the value. This is also a way to correct your data. Now, This was all about correcting the values which are present in our data set. Let's say that this particular data was not in the right format, or let's say if you don't want to see it in this particular geographical role where you double click on it and it populates a map. So what you can do is you can click on over here the globe icon, and in the geographical role you can select the none option. Now when you double click on this value, it will be showing you in the form of a text table. So this is another way of dealing with any geographical role. But the correct way would be to just bring it back to the state role. So I will go in the geographical role and I will assign the state and province role over here. And if you can see that it would still be classified as a string because the data that is present inside it has some kind of text inside. That's why it is being identified in the form of string. But you can assign a geographical role. So this is a way in which you can try to identify the geographical data type and you can work with the geographical data type. If you want to create any calculated field on top of it, you can go in this option and try to choose a calculated field based on this. There is no specific option that is available for this. We have this spatial data which you can use to particularly map these values and then forward by creating any kind of calculated field for the further calculation. So this was all about the geographical data type. We will be meeting in the next session where we will be talking about the cluster of mixed data type. Thank you.